friends that were huge Motley Crue fans. As a kid, I learned about them through my friends. In fact, I think when I was in like 6th or 7th grade, in homeroom, the kid that sat right next to me was probably the biggest Motley Crue fan ever, and probably still is to this day. And he would come in every day with like articles or magazines. You see this bass player? His name's Nicky Six. He's the best bass player on the planet. So that's actually how I, actually first heard about them. The first Motley Crue record that I worked on was New Tattoo. And what I did on that was Nicky and I wrote a lot of those songs together. The interesting thing about the way that we made this record, the way that we wrote this record, Saints of Los Angeles, was that we based it all off of the stories that were told in the autobiography, The Dirt. So it was real fun to be able to go, what do you want to write about today? Well, let's open up the book and let's find, a scenario or a scene or something and just pick a very specific situation and then elaborate. It was very much like scoring a film, because you're not having to create this movie first and then write a song about it. The movie's there. The story that is told in this record really does span their entire career. I love the chorus on Motherfucker of the Year. Love that chorus. But there are emotional connections that I have to, for instance, a song like Down at the Whiskey. That song, to me, is probably one of my favorite lyrics on the record, because I think that it spells out so beautifully and so specifically an emotion that all of us music fans felt at that time of their career. And the thing that I like about it is that this record is not only about these four guys and what they went through. It really is about what the fans went through in sync with them, along the way. The song Saints of Los Angeles speaks to me, I think, like it speaks to a lot of people. It is such a quintessential Motley Crue song. I think that they just really captured what they're so good at and what they invented. That's something that I really tried hard to do in this record, is make sure that we honored and captured all of the elements that these guys have kind of been the founders of over the years. The heavy guitar riffs, these amazing lyrics that kind of make you laugh, and they don't take themselves too seriously. I mean, these guys were the creators of a lot of this stuff, and I think that a lot of rock bands of today, owe a lot to bands like Motley Crue that really, paved the way, that created this stuff. I'm pleased to say that getting together with Motley Crue and writing this record and producing this record was probably the best time that I have had in my musical career so far. Their musicianship is at the top of its game. I mean, these guys are, I think, playing better now, writing better now, performing, everything better now than they ever have. These guys got into the studio and they went at it with the aggression as though it was the first record they'd ever made. And that was exciting for me. It was exciting to be witness to that, not as well as be a participant in that. Just incredible, and I'm so proud of how this record turned out. And it is primarily because these guys came into this wanting to make the best record they've ever made, and I believe that they will.